African myths about creation. What do Africans have? What the myths? These are stories. Which stories do Africans have about creation? African myths about creation. So various myths about creations are in every society in Africa. Each society you see in Africa has got a myth about creation. They have something they say about creation. So among the Bakusu people of Western Kenya, the Bakusu people of Western Kenya, this is in East Africa. God took 2 days to create the heaven. The Bible says 6. Among the Bakusu to them, God, in their tradition, God took 2 days to create the heavens. During this period, he made first his dwelling place, which was supposed to, which is supported by pillars. So then he created his 2 assistants, one of the east and the other of the west. And then he created rain and put it into clouds. That is the Basuku of Kenya. It's what we are trying to explain. What do they say about creation? This is what they say. He created the rain and put it in the clouds. He created the heavens in 2 days. He created his dwelling place, and he got some support from, he created pillars that supports. That's one from the east and one from the west. And there he put rain in the clouds. So, and to stop it falling down when unwanted, he made it 2 rainbows. The Nara and the Brother, those are 2 rainbows, which must act jointly to help the rain not to follow. So God, to stop rain from falling when he doesn't want it to fall, he created some rainbows to at least to hold the rain in the clouds. God created the earth with mountains and valleys as places for his assistants to work in. After completing this, he then created a man for whom the sun would shine. So since the man needed something with whom to talk, God created for him the first woman. God then later, rain came down, which filled up the dispersion and formed wrecks, rivers, and streams. God then created plants, animals, birds, and other creatures which live in the water, on land, and even in the soil. So they're trying to explain, just like the Bible is God created man and woman, then he filled the earth with the other creatures and so on and so forth. Here, according to the Basuku of the Western Kenya, they are trying to explain to you how God created the universe and everything you see, the water, the rain, the clouds, the man, the sun, the moon, and even everything you see on earth. Then still, among the Azande people of Sudan, that is Sudan, Azande people of Sudan, God put all the world's creatures in something like a tin, and he sealed it up, leaving only one hole plugged with wax. Then he called the sun, the moon, and the star. When they came to him, he sent them the problem of undoing the corn to discover what it contained. So the secrets had, however, been revealed to the sun by God's messenger. The sun therefore heated and caused the wax to melt, this opening the seal of the corn. From the corn came out men, animals, trees, rivers, hills, and the glass. For them, they are trying to explain this, not of the people of Sudan. Like when you put something in the tin, you seal the tin with like wax, and then the sun comes and heats up that wax, and the wax starts to melt. Then when it melts, it gives a room for these things to the tin to open. So that's how the people of Azande in Kenya, that's what they talk about the creation of the universe and the creatures by God. Then we have what they call man is rebellion. That is in Genesis chapter 3. Genesis 3 is talking about man being rebellious. When God created Adam and Eve, in chapter 1 and 2, he placed them in the Garden of Eden. He gave them everything to eat, and he gave them freedom to enjoy whatever is in the garden, except the fruits from the tree which was in the center of the garden. God wanted man never to come close to that tree, and never to eat anything from that tree. One day, as Eve and Adam were in the garden, Eve left Adam and started to move around the garden. From there, she came close to the tree where she met the serpent or the snake, which tempted her, telling her that, do you know why God doesn't want you to eat from this tree? Do you know why God doesn't want you to eat the fruits from this tree? And Eve was like, why? Then the snake told Eve that God doesn't want you to get the same powers like him. God doesn't want you to know what you want. He's keeping you behind closed doors. God is not doesn't want you to know what you are. Then because of those words, Eve was tempted, and at the end of the day, she picked one of the fruits, she ate, and then after taking the bite, she took the remaining part to Adam, and Adam also ate that fruit. So after them eating this fruit, after them eating the fruit, their eyes opened and they realized that they were naked. So after realizing that they were naked, these two decided to hide into the trees because they were now scared. They realized that they were naked. But before them eating this, they could not see this. But after committing this sin, they realized that they were naked and they decided to hide. So as they were in their hidings, God came and called them out of the hiding, called Adam and Eve, asking them the reasons to why they were hiding away from him. Then Adam was like, my Lord, I'm just afraid of you. So Adam did not tell God the reasons to why he was hiding, but instead he lied to him, telling him that he was just afraid of him. So what God did, he told Adam to come out of the garden. But what God gave them the knowledge, and they picked some leaves to cover themselves. Then God was mad at them, and he told them he's going to punish them. He told Eve she'll give birth, she'll go through labor pain. He told Adam will suffer to get something to eat or to survive. So God was annoyed with the way these people had conducted themselves in the garden. So God, after seeing that these people had rebelled against him, he sent them out of the Garden of Eden, and he took them on earth for them to start their own life without him. So God punished him. That's why when you see a man suffering to get something to eat, it is the original, it is the suffering that people got from Adam and Eve. However, the New Testament says that Jesus came and washed away that original sin. So God was annoyed with the man's behavior. Man became proud and he started to brag around. He could not listen to God. So man sinned God. That's what they call the rebellion of man. That's what they call sin. That's what they call the fall of man. In Luganda, okugwa kw'omuntu, the sin man committed that destroyed his relationship with Jah, with God, with Jah. Like Safarians, they call him Jah, let's call him Luhanga, let's call him Imana, let's Gatonda, Basoga, Chibumba, so on and so forth. So God, what he did is took these people out of the garden, but Jesus came as the Messiah and at least removed the original sin. And today, Christians believe that once you are baptized, then you become a flock of Christ, and then you have been, now you are made holy, and the sins have been washed away. So today they believe that through baptism, someone's sins can easily be washed away. So coming back, we are going to look at after man's rebellion and God's pronouncement of judgment. What did God tell man after man sinning before him?